and an exclusive i24 News report from our correspondents there. Pierre Clochendler, the French channel's Maël Ben Oliel, and the Arab channel's Adham Habiballah, with a special story of Mideast cooperation and coexistence on the refugee road out of Ukraine.
There are hundreds of thousands of refugees tossed on the roads of Ukraine, fleeing the war, amongst them Jewish refugees. The Israeli Foreign Ministry, the Chabad community led by Rabbi Moshe Assman, in coordination with Ukrainian authorities and Russian forces on the ground, are rescuing Jews and non-Jews. One family who was offered shelter at the Chabad compound of Anatevka on the outskirts of Kiev is quite unusual. But in these unusual times, everything's possible when people fight for their survival. The Abu El-Rob family, Yaakov, his wife and daughter, are Palestinians from the West Bank town of Jenin. Yaakov is a physician and up until yesterday worked and lived with his family in Irpin, 15 kilometers away from Kiev, and currently a strategic access to the Ukrainian capital and thus the site of a major battle right now. How did he get to this safe haven, we asked Yaakov.
We heard from my wife's family about the shelter. We were invited into their compound, a refuge for asylum seekers here. People sticking together, food supplies, water, a shelter. So we traveled in the direction of the compound when the fighting subsided. It was an adventure because we really did not know what to expect. We drove all the way there. There were gunshots. I did not dare drive fast. We faced 5 different Ukrainian military checkpoints.
How does he explain this unusual show of solidarity between Jews and Arabs caught in a war that's not related to the Palestinian-Israeli conflict? We asked him.
This wave of solidarity is very visible during wartime. There's no difference. All residents are treated the same, whether they are Arabs or not, Ukrainians or from any other region. Everyone sticks together. People are united because they need each other's help to survive. We're talking about children and women suddenly thrown out of their homes. Civilians become homeless in no time. This calls for prompt humanitarian unity.
So what happened when he finally reached this Jewish safe haven on the outskirts of Kiev, we asked.
They very generously welcomed us, helped us, sheltered us. They offered us food and drinks and other available utilities.
Of the record, Yaakov and his family complained that they felt on their own, that neither the Palestinian Authority nor Arab states felt the urge to help them or to help other people facing a similar predicament. This is Pierre Clochendler, i24 News, southern Ukraine, on the way to Moldova.